Have you figured out your niche? Are you helping adding value to other people's lives? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to Munira's Musings with your host, Munira Zahabi.
Greetings from Chicagoland. This is Munira coming to you live with another edition of Munira's Musings. Our guest today is Sheri Kaplan. Hi, Sheri. Welcome to Munira's Musings.
Hi, thank you for having me.
And we showcase a new person every week because we want to talk about their journey to what they have done and what they are doing right now. And Sheri has been on our show before, and we decided it was time to brush up on different things that she's done. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Sheri.
Well, I've taken on quite a few different hats, probably since we last spoke. At the time, I am a healer, energy healer, sound healer, Reiki master. I'm known as Revitalizer, and I reside in South Florida. My office is in Dania Beach. And I also produce an online virtual fair called Healers Network, Psychic Holistic Wellness Fair. And I also have a meeting on Clubhouse every week for the Healers Network, for light workers, healers, intuitives to gather and network with each other. And I also teach how to do Airbnb, how to be an Airbnb experience host. And I teach classes on that. And I also run a 21-day abundance meditation challenge on WhatsApp. So I've kind of filled up my holes during COVID. When I had nothing to do, I gave myself so much to do with that I don't have enough hours in my day anymore. And I'm still doing it. I'm still in motion. I'm still full steam ahead. And I also built a website called healers.network. It's an online teleportal marketplace to find healers and psychics and intuitives and readers and healers anytime, any place, anywhere through my portal. So I've kind of taken everything under one roof, and I'm kind of helping people on a global scale now rather than just locally, one person at a time.
So it's just not healers in USA, you've gone global.
Global now, yeah, now I have a global reach because I bring people on my platform that are from all over the world, whether they're participants or they're the vendors and speakers and readers and healers.
Why did you get interested in this line of work? I mean, it's magical, right? And people are intrigued. But why did you get intrigued, and what kind of brought you to this phase?
What was my push? My push has been a couple of things. One, all my life I've been told that I had a gift, that I have the healing abilities, and I just kind of dismissed it. It was told from my astrologers, my palm readings, my psychic readings, shamans told me that I had something inside of me that needed to be shared, and I didn't know what they were talking about. At the same time, I was the one on the table trying to get healed for my own autoimmune disease, and I was in quest and search of my own healing, and I was the one always on the table to be healed. And then I had a wake-up call one day. You know, I spent all my time and my money, my energy, and my everything trying to be healed. So when Dr. John Demartini spoke to me at a lecture, it was like he spoke to me. I was sitting, near the front row, and he asked us what was our highest and truest values in our life. What was important to you? What do you talk about? What do you think about? Where do you spend your money? Where are you going to go on vacation? What books do you read? What kind of conversations do you have? And to me, it was about healing, 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 healing. And I said, I got to own this, let me do something with this. It's just inside of me so bad. I'm going to die if I don't try it. And at the time I was between jobs. I was doing private chef work and a CNA, because I have a CNA hat and a private chef hat and a caregiving hat. So I did that at the time, and I was doing private work, and they were leaving for the summer, and I had to find a new job. And when Dr. John Demartini spoke to me, and he basically said, get off your ass, Sheri, and do something about this. If this is something that's truly important to you, then do it. And I said, okay. I had Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 pretty much sitting on my shelf. I already took the class, but I did nothing with it. And then I said, okay, no one's going to pay me unless I get my Reiki level 3. And then I became the master, and then people will pay me and they'll believe me. Then I believe myself. I needed to believe myself, I think, more than anything. I think when you're first getting started in the healing arts business, either you're born with it and you've grew up with it and you've been doing healing work with your grandmother and your mother and everybody in your lineage, or you come into your powers later in life, like me at 50 years old, saying, I could do this. And let me do it and let me learn everything I can to do it. But at the same time, I also had the gift inside of me that I just didn't know how to bring out of me. So when I went on Facebook and I posted that I got my Reiki Master certification, I had 300 likes and comments and people wanting to know where, when, and how much to have a session with me. And I was in business the next week. And that's all it took. And there was no looking back. I had those 3 people who showed up to support me in my very first healing session, and I became a healing machine. And I was working 12 hours a day, completely being underpaid. But at the same time, I didn't know my value and I didn't know my worth. And I really didn't know what was happening. I was quite fascinated after everyone got off the table. And the feedback was amazing. And this is all I wanted to do. So basically, if you do something you love, the money will follow. Just keep doing it and follow your passion and feel that calling and let that calling come out of you. Or else you're going to die with your dream inside of you, as Les Brown. And we don't want to die with our dream inside of us. You got to at least try.
So I love what you've said is so far you've said, get up and do it. You've got an idea, you've got something sitting on your shelf, just get up and do it, right? And don't let it just sit there and rot there, because your gift is your own. So that's what I heard. Second is get better at it. You had 1 and 2, Reiki 1 and 2, but you had to go get the third one so that other people can believe in it. But what you importantly said was, I needed to believe in what I was doing. And that is the most important thing. It's always about that mindset, is that you have to believe it in yourself. And so that's number 2. And then number 3, you said, then go ahead and let people know what you're about, right? What you are into.
Right. Yeah, you got to put it out there. Yeah.
I love those points. Thank you so much. So now you are healing people. What kind of people come for healing for you, to you?
Since COVID has come, it's kind of pivoted. So right now I'm getting people on different levels. I'm getting people that are trying to figure out who they are and they're awakening. They're like, I don't want this life anymore. And I'm stuck and I'm like stagnant and I can't move forward. I got to make decisions. Either I'm going to move, leave my husband, change my life, sell it all. They're just wanting a do-over and they need clarity and they're just stuck. You have people that are ill, that the doctors can't find any solutions to their problems. They're coming very inflamed in their body, in their stomach. They're having headaches. They're having inflammatory issues in their legs, knees, circulation, and nervous system. People are a wreck. They're shut down. Their chakras are shut down because they're in fight, flight, and freeze and survival. So when you're in fight, flight, and freeze, like living in, that reptilian brain, you're not at peace. You're not being now. You're worried about the future and thinking about the past. That's the biggest issue right now, where people need to be present and they want to shut down their mind. They want to go, just, take out that phone and charger and we need to, somehow shut the phone off. At the same time, we want to recharge our batteries, which is us, just like we do our phone. We have to remember to recharge ourselves. But the biggest thing is to find that inner peace. People want to find that peace and that freedom. They want to be able to exhale again, because they're holding on to so much in their heart and in their throat of their inability to express their anger and their frustration and all the death and all the issues that are happening around them in their heart and their grief and their loss. And, having loss of income, sometimes you don't even know, where your next meal is going to come from, or, just surviving. People, it hurts to survive. When you're surviving, you're not really living. And when you're in pain, you're not living. You know, you're getting up every day and all you're thinking about is the pain and just trying to get through another day. And if I can take away that pain in an hour and just know that you have the ability to be pain-free, that to know that it is in you, people can be pain-free. I think that they forget that they have to detach. They think too much, think too much, think too much, think too much. They keep pressing that rewind button and thinking about their past and the why me and the victim mode and how come and this one did this to me. You know, we have to forget and let it go and let it flow and surrender and accept and forgive. A lot of stuff is about who did this to me. Somebody did something to them, usually when they were a child. And they're holding on to that thought pattern. So they're not able to let go.
I can relate to that. I can relate to that because I've had people who have been sitting there excuse me, they've been sitting in that mode. Oh, sorry. So let me ask you this. In all of this healing, now you are doing Airbnb. Did I hear you right? So how did that come into the mix?
Airbnb is a platform for people that are traveling, and they host rooms and houses for people anywhere in the world. Well, they also have a division called experiences. So people are looking for something fun to do as an experience. So when they make a reservation, Airbnb will send them, while you're in South Florida, check out these great experiences. And my experience will pop up. What I offer is considered an experience. The sound healing meditation, the Reiki, the chakra balancing, the consultation, the whole package is considered an experience. And they take me on their platform and they market for me and they keep a percentage. So it works for me. I just got a last minute booking at 9:30 this morning for someone at 3:30 this afternoon. People are looking for something fun and different to do. And it could even be local. You don't have to be traveling. It could just be someone who lives in South Florida who wants something new to do. You just go to the experience platform and find something fun. And so I'm there. I'm pretty busy and I've been doing it for years, and I teach people how they can create an experience, whether it's in person or virtual. They also do virtual. So guys, as long as you have your computer and you have good internet, because they do use Zoom, I can teach you how to fill out your profile so that you can get approved. And I teach that on the second Tuesday, which is tomorrow at noon.
Okay, that's awesome. So it's not just Airbnb, but it's an experience, and it teaches people who come to you about how you heal them and all of that good stuff, the spiritual world and everything.
No, when they come to me, they're coming for a healing session. They're buying a healing session as an experience for 2 hours with me. Just like what I do with my normal clients, they're marketing my business for me and I get clients, 1, 2, or 4 people at a time.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I love the fact that you said that find your inner peace. Why is that so important?
Because we lost it. People are kind of losing their minds pretty much, a couple of years ago. We were holding our heads like, what is going on? When's this going to end? And people kind of checked out. People started losing their minds, and a lot of suicides and a lot of overdoses. And this is the biggest issue of mental health crisis ever, because I think every one of us has felt the impact. Anxiety, depression, fear, frustration, limitation. So when you're having all those things in your mind, you're not going to be at peace. You're not being here now, as Eckhart Tolle teaches us. And that's why, a lot of the self-help is really the answer right now. People are diving into trying to get in touch with themselves and how they could be a better version of themselves, because we've taken a look inside and said, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be, addicted to this anymore. I don't want to be lazy anymore. I don't want to have this job anymore. I don't want to have this house anymore. I don't want to have this marriage anymore. There's a lot of choices people are taking, saying, I'm going to take my life back, because we felt like, if we had to put on these limitations and putting this mask on our face and keeping away, 6 feet from each other, we're separating ourselves from the world. You can't see a smile on anyone's face. You cannot, you know, you cannot, you know, when you said you can't even hug people anymore, you're living in that space of separation rather than togetherness. And that's all we want, is to have that love and that connection and be with each other again, and just feel free and safe and peaceful.
So do you think this is going to change? COVID is going to die out eventually.
I can't predict that. It seems to be altering. I think there's a big picture in all of this. I don't think it's going to end, because there's a little bit too much money involved right now. Just like cancer and AIDS. Look how long it's taken them to find an AIDS vaccine. They still haven't. Okay. So there's a lot of money involved in this. There's some kind of ultimate something going on. I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, no, I'm just talking about the healing perspective. It's like, so when people come to you, and so what kind of results do they get when they come to you? Are they at peace, and then can they keep this peace, or do they have to keep coming back?
I don't want to have them keep coming back, you know, because then they're going to be dependent. You know, coming to me is like going to the chiropractor for the adjustment, or going to your dentist for a deep cleaning. I kind of look at that as, when you come to me, I'm doing a deep cleaning. I'm kind of purging all that, the detox, you know, I'm cleaning out the dirty cobwebs in the house, and your body is the house. I'm cleaning out the clogged pipes, which is your arteries and your veins and your energetic system. So we're doing a deep cleaning. So we're getting everything in the flow again. So anything stuck is going to become unstuck, and things are going to be flowing. So they're going to feel tingling. They're going to feel vibrations. They're going to feel waves. They may feel pulsing and extraction wherever there's issues in their body. They might feel their throat opening up, or the pressure on their heart and then releasing. People even cry during a session. They might see things, hear things, feel things, see the past, see the future, see their deceased loved ones, see their spirit guides, see Mother Mary, Jesus, aliens, my mom. It's magical. When people open their eyes and they take a look at me, I know like what happened. Like they're like, what just happened just now? Where did I go? I can't even articulate in words what just happened. And I let them, you know, ground themselves. They come back off the table. They sit with me for another 10 minutes. I have them drink some water, eat some chocolate, and then tell me what their experience was like. And it's important, because if you see animals or people or images or hear words or affirmations or songs, they're all messages from above, from your subconscious. You know, the subconscious is what we don't listen to all day long. We just think about the 90%, not the, you know, 10%, 5% of the brain that talks to us, but we don't really listen. So I think that when we allow ourselves to really listen is when the healing occurs, when you put your body into that state of theta healing, and it heals itself.
That's so wonderful. It sounds very magical. One day I should just do it with you. Any last words you want to share with our viewers?
Sure. If anybody out there who is somebody like me, that you're feeling that you're a little stuck in stepping into your abilities and powers to be seen, heard, and make money as a healer or a light worker or intuitive, reach out to me. I'm here to hold your hand, because I know what it's like. And I provide many platforms for you to get out of your way. Whether you want to join us on Clubhouse on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. And the room is Healers Network. If you want to join us for Healers Network virtualfair.com, that is the last Saturday of the month. Whether you want to come join and participate as a guest and run around from room to room, having experiences, having healings and readings, and listening to the amazing speakers on stage. And that's Healers Network Virtual Fair. And I'm also recruiting. So if you're somebody out there who has something to share, if you have a message that you would like to share from the rooftops of what you want to share, your gifts, skills, or talents, come talk to me. I interview you. You provide a session to me. I also have an application. So there is a process. And I'm teaching the class tomorrow at 12 o'clock at sherikaplan.com/masterclass. That's Airbnb. It's free to attend. If you like a recording, it's $20. And I got my Healers Network. Healers.network is my new platform, looking for people to join us, whether you're looking for healers or you are a healer looking for customers. So I think that kind of covers it. So if I can help anybody at all, I'm Sheri Kaplan at sherikaplan.com, and my phone number is 786-419-1389, as you can see right on my photo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very enlightening session because Sheri is talking about what she's doing for the people out there. She's healing them. And I think most of all, and I've worked a little bit with you, where you've also helped me take off the stress, because at that time when I had talked to you, my husband was very sick, and you could feel that, and you had said, let's just remove the stress right now. And it had helped me a little bit. And then life happened and my husband passed away. And, 2 years down the road, we are here again talking to you. So, I mean, we've been in touch on and off, but we also, I feel like this is a tapestry, and the threads, each one of us is a thread, and we keep crisscrossing at some points because it's a tapestry, that we have to keep in touch with everybody. And there's a purpose. There is a purpose why, and there's a meaning that we don't know about why these meetings keep happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in learning more about Sheri, just jump on her Clubhouse or look what she's doing for the experience tomorrow at noon. And if you are interested in being on our show, or if you have something to say, if you have a journey that you want to talk about, what you're doing now is important, because I do believe everybody here has a purpose. Everybody here has a journey and have found their calling. Some are still looking, but that little found is also a stepping stone that you can talk about and then move forward in life. So if you're doing all of that, please go ahead and reach out to me, and let's get you on Munira's Musings, because we want you here. We want people to hear what you got to say. Thank you, everybody. Sheri, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And everybody, have a wonderful week. Till next week, until we have a new guest. Have a good week. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.